The one is pretty simple. We had a new starter on the offensive line yesterday.
Shout out to JC. I'll let you drop the last name.
No, I have no clue. I was just going to call him JC.
I'm calling him JC. I'm not even about to butcher that name today.
Yeah, JC, that's all. How do you do it? What do you think? I mean, obviously we couldn't really get anything going in the run game. That's a tough position just to analyze. Like, I think it's easier just to even go left tackle, right tackle. They're more isolated. But a center, I don't know. What were you saying?
No, number one, I thought he got the snaps back there consistently. That was the most important part because we saw even last year between Pouncey and at times with, I think BJ Finney had some opportunities as well. We saw where the snap was not a guarantee. I mean, it even cost us points last year at times. We think about that Rams game. So, number one, that was the first thing. We didn't see a ball on the ground. We didn't see a fumble snap. I thought that was great on his part. I mean, you think about it. The dude found out he was going to be starting 2-3 hours before the game. Like, they told
it was, I texted you that. Yeah,
absolutely. So, it wasn't like he had multiple time to prepare, multiple time to think about this thing. It was kind of like, oh, man, we probably pulling up to this. Honestly, as players, you pull up to the stadium typically 2 to 3 hours before the kickoff. So he might have been pulling in when he found that thing out, but that's the crazy part of it. So for me, I thought he played well. From a protection standpoint, from a passing protection standpoint, outside of the one inside pressure where I think Collinsworth highlighted where Ben ended up getting a shot, that might have been by Bowser, maybe either Bowser or one of the smaller interior, one of the small safeties blitzing on the inside. Outside of that, I thought that he communicated well. I thought that he passed off the stunts they were trying to do on him from an interior lineman standpoint. I thought he played well for him, for that to be his start. And you find out 2 hours before kickoff, you don't put a ball on the ground from a snap standpoint, and you communicate well from a pass protection standpoint. We never saw him get beat. Now, running game is different. Running game, the whole offensive line struggled. It's not just JC, but he did struggle from that standpoint. But outside of that, if we knew the O-line struggled from a running game standpoint anyways, I don't hold that against him. But what he did do well was he snapped the ball well, protected Ben well. So for me, man, if you find out you starting a couple hours for the game, that's a win to me. I ain't tripping. I'm not. This segment was brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sports booking app. And for all the first-time users out there, if you use the promo code Moats, you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. Now, we know that's a lot of money, but we also know that sports booking isn't allowed everywhere just yet. But you know what it is?
Fantasy football.
Fantasy football. And with DraftKings right now, what they have going on, man, they are giving up to $1 million in prize money every single week. Did you hear that? I don't know if you heard that correctly. $1 million in prize money every week when you use their fantasy football app. I mean, it's an amazing situation. You love fantasy football, right?
Yeah, I do.
I love fantasy football. Sometimes I love it a little bit too much because of DraftKings. So, with that being said, stop wasting time. Download both apps, the DraftKings Sportsbook and DraftKings Fantasy Football. Use the promo code Moats, and let's get an opportunity to make some money.